Every year, Belizeans expect a rundown of the previous year's crime numbers, usually delivered through the police department's CompStat presentation. It's where officers break down the stats, review their performance, and, importantly, face questions from the media. But not this year. The media wasn't invited, shutting down the only chance to press the Minister of Home Affairs and the Commissioner of Police on the figures. And the irony, Commissioner Dr. Richard Rosado has repeatedly stressed that these presentations are meant to promote transparency and accountability.
I trust that we do not take CompStat as a routine, but as something that is important for institutional growth, professional accountability, and collective progress. In this context, CompStat remains a cornerstone of our transformation, reinforcing accountability, enabling data-driven planning and evaluation and management of operational strategies. As police officers,
the CompStat report shows major crimes dipped by just 1% last year, from 1,098 cases to 1,086. Murder, burglary, theft, and unlawful sexual intercourse all saw small declines. But burglaries are still the country's biggest headache, with 597 cases, slightly down from 601. And while some categories fell, police flagged a troubling spike in theft, robberies, and break-ins that turned deadly, including the murders of Sarita deliverymen Reynard Garbut and Robert Crawford. Police have charged 49-year-old Harry Nathaniel Trapp in that case. Meanwhile, Minister of Home Affairs Oscar Mira praised investigators, noting that officers made 387 arrests in 2025.
In the past few weeks, and especially on the last few days of the year, we had some robberies turned murder. In Belmopan itself, we had a murder that really shook us all, the residents of Belmopan. We had the incidents and murders that happened down south, ISF, Pomona. But hard work, dedication by the police department and those investigators have resulted in positive arrests and charges. And that is something I think that we have to ensure that the public understands. We have the capacity, and we are working hard to solve those issues.
According to the report, unlawful sexual intercourse fell by 28%, with 38 cases reported in comparison to 53 in 2024. Of these 38 reports, 18 arrests have been made. Dr. Rosado shared his vision for the department moving forward, highlighting preventative policing methods.
It affirms our determination to build a police service defined by accountability, guided by ethical leadership, and sustained by public confidence. Honoring that commitment requires more than revised policies. It demands expanded capability, strategic foresight, and a shared vision of excellence. The era of reactive, fragmented, and silo policing must now give way to a modern global standard, a standard where public safety is increasingly driven by intelligence, interoperability, and insight.
The report also shows a major drop in traffic deaths, from 126 to 94, with most fatal crashes happening in the West. Last year, the Home Affairs and Transport Ministries teamed up to crack down on traffic offenses, and the numbers hint that it made a difference. Motorcycles were involved in more than 28% of crashes, while private vehicles made up nearly half. At the CompStat briefing, CEO Elton Bennett said better planning and smarter use of police resources are key to keeping those numbers down.
Whilst visiting around and interacting with the different officers, I ask one question over and over. What is your budget? And how do you implement it in the performance of your duty? And in fact, all of the officers were very confident in saying, we know we have a budget, and we always get support in what we need, as though they know the money is there. But can you really plan?
Mira encouraged each member of the department to reflect on the work that they do in keeping Belize safe and face the challenges of the job with pride.
It is easy to quantify statistics. It is easy to measure the numbers of robberies that happen. It's easy to measure the number of murders that happen. What is not easy and we can't quantify is how many have we prevented. We can't do that. And therefore, nobody, not the public, not the media, not ourselves, really look at what we have prevented.
As the police department prepares for its usual first quarter CompStat briefing, the media is insisting on being included to ensure the kind of accountability and transparency the public expects. Britney Gordon for News 5.